Good morning, students. So in today's session we are going to continue with multiplication of integers and we are going to do exercise 1.3. So let us begin the class. The first question is fill in the blanks. First one, minus 80 into a blank is given, that is equal to minus 80. So I have to find what answer should be written in the blank. Okay, so that value is unknown to me. Now in the solution I am going to take this unknown value as x. So in the blank space I am going to write it as x. Minus 80 into x is equal to minus 80. Yes, now already we have done similar problems in subtraction of integers. Do you remember what we did? Instead of here there was suppose a plus or minus symbol, means we transpose this number to the other side to find out the x value. Yes, the similar way we are going to transpose this minus 80 to the other side. But what is the symbol over here? So here if it is multiplication symbol, when transposing the number to the right hand side of the equation, it becomes division. Okay, so that is what I have written. X is equal to transposing minus 80 to the other side. What happens? Multiplication becomes division. Now in multiplication what you are doing? You are taking the number along with the symbol. Okay, so this differs from subtraction or addition of integers with this. So here I have just taken the minus 80 along with the symbol to the other side of the equation. Yes, so here already minus 80 is there. This when transposing becomes division. So here minus 80 divided by minus 80, 0, 0 gets cancelled, 8, 8 get cancelled, or I can say 80 and 80 get cancelled. Minus and minus becomes positive according to rule number 1 of multiplication of integers. Remember the property? Yes, what does it say? The property states that when I multiply any two like integers, the product will also be plus. Yes, so similarly we are going to use in division also. The same rule applies for division also. Okay, so after that what is the answer? X is equal to plus 1. So that is the value that should be written in this blank. Okay, as this is fill in the blanks, this could be done in the rough column for your calculation part. No need to write for each and everything. This is actually for 1 mark, right? So you just need to write this part in the rough column and only the answer in the blank given for if our exams asked. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. Minus 10 into blank gives 20. Okay, so as usual we are going to take the unknown value as x. So minus 10 into x is equal to 20. Now transpose this to the other side. So multiplication becomes division. X is equal to 20 divided by 10 minus 10 with the symbol. Now 1 0 and 1 0 get cancelled. 2 by 1 is nothing but 2. Yes, so minus is there and plus is there. So minus and plus, according to rule number 2, what does it happen? We have to put the negative symbol. So x is equal to minus 2, which is the answer to be written here. Yes, now moving on to the third sum. 100 into blank is equal to minus 500. Okay, so let me take this unknown value as x. 100 into x is equal to minus 500. Now transpose this 100 to the other side, it becomes division. Minus 500 divided by 100. So 0, 0, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Remaining we have 5 by 1, which is nothing but 5. And there is plus here and here it is minus. So that becomes minus. So therefore the value of x is what? Minus 5. Okay? Yes. Now fourth sum, blank is given, which is multiplied with minus 9, gives me minus 45. Okay? So let me take the blank as x. X into minus 9 is equal to minus 45. Okay? Transpose this minus 10 to the other side. So x is equal to minus 45 divided by minus 9. How many times 45 will come in 9 tables? 5 times? Yes. So here both the terms are having negative. So the answer should have positive value. X is equal to 5. Understood? Next, the last sum. Blank is given, which is multiplied with 75 should give me 0. Okay? So a number which should be multiplied with 75 will give me 0. Yes, you can simply directly write. You know the property, right? Property of 0 we have learnt in the last session. In multiplication of integers, you remember? Any number multiplied with 0 will give back 0. You can directly write 0 here, or you can apply the process which I have written here. Take the unknown value as x. X multiplied with 75 will give you 0. Now transposing the 75 to the other side, 0 divided by 75 is what? It is 0. Therefore the value of x is what? 0. Yes? Understood, children? Yes. Now we'll move on to true or false. So you're going to solve and check whether they are equal. Then we are going to say whether they are true or false. Okay. So first sum, minus 15 into 5 is equal to 75. So I have to prove whether when I multiply this answer, I am getting this answer or not. Yes, shall we do? So first I am going to take the left hand side part alone. So what is my left hand side? Minus 15 into 5. So minus 15 into 5, multiply 5 5s are 25, 2 carry over, 1 5s are 5 plus 2 is 7 and one number is having negative, so therefore it is negative, minus 75. But what is the answer in the question? It is plus 75. Are they equal? No. LHS is not equal to RHS. Since this is like this, I say that it is false. Next, minus 100 into 0 into 20. Okay. Now, just now I mentioned the property of 0. So, we are going to use the property of 0 and check whether this term is 0 or not. So, by the property of 0, what we can say? Any number multiplied with 0 becomes 0. So, here 100 into 0 is what? It is again 0. And 0 multiplied with 20, what is it? It is again 0. So, the answer is what? It is 0. So, I can say that it is true. Yes, children? Now, next sum. 8 into minus 4 will give you 32. I have to check whether this answer is equal to this answer. Yes? Take the LHS part. What is LHS? 8 into minus 4. Okay? What is 8 4s are? 8 4s are 32. Here minus is there, here plus is there. So obviously your answer will have negative. But when I cross check the answer with the question, what is there? It is plus over there in the question and we are getting minus in the answer. So they are not equal. LHS is not equal to RHS. Hence we say that it is false. Yes? Now, we'll move on to the third question. What will be the sign of the product of the following? Okay, we have to check what will be the sign of the product of the numbers which we are going to do, whether it is positive or negative. Shall we start? Yes. First sum, 16 times of negative integers. Okay, 16 times of negative integers. Okay. So 16 times of negative integers I have to find the value. Now 16 is a even integer. Yes or no? 16 is a even number. Now if negative numbers are multiplied even number of times, that is if a negative number, so minus 16 if I take, okay, sorry, I am taking minus 2. Suppose I am taking minus 2 means, and I am multiplying 16 times, that is even number of times, the answer will get as a positive integer. Okay, always if I take a negative number and multiplied even number of times, okay, so when it is multiplied even number of times, the product is a positive integer. Therefore 16 times a negative integer is a positive integer. So what is the sign we are getting for 16 times of negative integer? It is a positive integer. Yes? Okay. Now second one, 29 times negative integer. Okay. So I have to check what symbol will I get if I multiply a number 29 times. Okay. So now what is 29? Is it odd or even? 29 is an odd number. Okay. So what will happen if negative numbers are multiplied? Okay. If negative numbers are multiplied odd number of times. How many times? Odd number of times. The product is a negative integer. Okay. So when I multiplied even number of times, what was it? It was positive. And when I multiply odd number of times, it is negative. Yes. Now, what I should say from this? 29 times negative integers is a negative integer. Yes, children? Yes? All understood? Okay. So, this is what we are doing in the class. Okay, children? I hope you all understood this. So, we'll continue in the next session the remaining problems. Okay? Take care. Bye.